Alrighty then. Hello. You know what? I'll be nice. I'll actually advertise the stream. Why the hell not? Why the hell not? Alrighty. And then boom. Okay. And that will be the last. I know Shin's still streaming, so, it's kind of a thing. A difficult choice indeed. All right. There we go. I've done my due diligence. I heard you like reading games. Ah, Parker. I heard you like reading games. I'm something of a reader myself. Oh, was gonna go to sleep after my league session. The title got me. The tip of the spear was like a flash of lightning. A spearhead thrust to skewer the heart. Even attempting to evade it was pointless. It was but a flash, too swift for the human eye to follow. And yet, moonlight swept in to save me. The gayest of gay bulges. Gay bug! From the strike that threatened to end me. That sound was beautiful, like the tolling of a bell. No. Truth be told, the sound hung over me, heavier than an iron weight. This beauty had little to do with the aesthetics. The stark armor wrapped about her was like the frozen night itself. The ringing was not in itself pleasant. It was the sound of steel. But the night herself was beautiful enough to make it into the chiming of a bell. She said the thing! She said the thing! Woo! She said the thing! Her voice resonated in the darkness.
召喚に従い参上した。これより我が剣はあなたと共にあり、あなたの運命は私と共にある。ここに契約は完了した。
Stream is about 5 minutes long, which means I've played 5 minutes longer than a lot of other supposed Fate fans. I've never played this game, by the way. I mean, it's kind of impossible to not know the general story and plot and everything. God, it's an old game. It'd be like being surprised at fucking a Twilight Zone episode at this point. Just as she chose to serve me, I'm sure that in that moment I swore to save her. The moonlight cut through the darkness. As if in imitation of the night, the storehouse regained its former calm. Time had stopped. The vision before me had lasted less than a second. Be that as it may. You haven't even finished your... What game? Also, what are you guys doing here? I thought Shin was still streaming, or did he go to bed? Or are you guys multitasking? I will always remember the sight of her as clearly as if it were still happening now, even if I fall into the depths of hell. Multitasking, but I won't stay for long. Yeah, it's probably going to be a lot less interesting than Elden Ring, I'm going to be quite honest. I was playing League and then I was here. Well, good on you, Dio. Anything we can do to get you away from cursed shit. I was gonna say only one game, but then I just remembered Galgun also counts in that Riona game too. What Riona game? There is no Riona game. There is no Riona game. That is slanderous. That is lies. The faint slant of her profile. Her serene, divinely green eyes. For a moment, time stopped. And her silhouette, draped in blue, swayed in the wind. Oh, cross-channel, yeah. Yeah, I do need to finish cross-channel. I think I was almost at the end of one of the routes. I don't know. Since I just bought this one, I decided to take it out for a ride. I'm gonna be perfectly honest. I'm probably gonna be focusing more on the actual writing itself, and I'll hold back my judgment, but I'm not expecting much. Should have played the EN English exclusive version then. Her hair, fine as golden thread, was bathed in moonlight. Fate. Previously on Fate Stay Night. This happened 10 years ago. I see someone who takes me back. Anyhow, have fun jackhammering, Squid. I'm gonna go Elden Ball Z now. I will have fun. Thank you very much. He's tall, with chiseled features. I've never known him to crack a joke. He ruffles my hair affectionately. No, that's not what this is. It's more like he's grasping my head and working it like a stubborn jar lid. But he doesn't know how to control his strength. That's only to be expected. It's the first time he's ever done something like this. It's time for me to leave. You know what to do next. I answered yes in a somber voice. He nodded once, withdrew his hand, and stood up. That's all. Had I known this would be the last time we would ever see each other, I would have done my best to make him laugh with the perfect joke. Oh, is that who I think it is? I'd been practicing punchlines in private in hopes of finally seeing a small smile crack that stony face. If I have one regret, it's that I never got to tell him any of my jokes. Get the association in your debt before you become an adult. Any decisions after that, I leave up to you. I'm sure you'll manage on your own. Oh, this fucker. So he said, but I bet he was worried about me. He told me about our family's heirloom jewels. The gems passed down to us from our grandmaster. It had managed the underground workshop. It was a rapid-fire course of subjects he'd never taught me before. Even as a child, I realized that he would probably never come home again. There was a war. Not a war between countries, but between people. But in this war, there were only 7 combatants. It might not have seemed fitting to call it a war, but having mages involved changes things. 7 mages from different factions competed, but I wasn't sure why. They killed each other using methods I didn't really understand. One of them was the man in front of me. It meant that he would kill and eventually be killed. I'm sure he felt the ticking of his life's clock even more keenly than I did.
Oh, Rin. Before long, the Holy Grail will appear. It is the duty of the Tosakas to attain it. But above all, the path we are destined to walk as mages.
And with that, he ruffled my hair one last time and left. I never saw him again. My father/teacher was one of the masters who participated in the Holy Grail War. He never came home.
いってらっしゃいませ、お父様。
I bid him farewell, as a well-behaved daughter should. I knew I was on the verge of tears, but I didn't let them show. I loved him. He was a great father, and an even greater mage. Mages are stubborn people. As far as I knew, there wasn't a more upstanding man in the whole world. As my instructor, he trained me. As my father, he loved me. So I decided I'd accept the things he left for me and choose my own path. For in before long the Holy Grail will appear. It is the duty of the Tosakas to obtain it. But above all, it is a path we are destined to walk as mages. In the end, his final words for me were given as mage, not as a father. That's the moment I made up my mind.
よし、それじゃあ一つ気合い入れて一人前になりますか。
Also, kind of fate unrelated, but I kind of feel like, I don't know, with certain games, I feel like I should maybe start out with, I don't know, just spend the first 30 seconds or first minute just swearing a whole lot so that the video basically never ends up in recommended and is unmonetizable, so that fucking companies and bullshit, copyright bullshit doesn't happen. It's like, yeah, go ahead and copyright it. You can't, because it's fucking delisted. I don't know, maybe that's just me. It's only natural for an apprentice to live up to her master's hopes. That's how I, Rin Tosaka, defenseless, grew up after experiencing life's twists and turns. It's been 10 years since my father went off to war. I wouldn't say I've been looking forward to this day, but I am a bit on edge. It goes without saying, after all. That moment which was burned into my memory 10 years ago upon me again. January 31st. Nice clock, bro. I hear something. Ring, 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 ring. Banana phone. Do, 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 do. Ring, 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 ring. Banana phone. It's no baloney. It's not a phony. My singular cellular. Interactor ocular. Ring, 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 ring. Banana phone. Do, 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 do. Ping pong, ping pong, ping pong, ping. Banana phone.
うるさい。止まれ。
Teresa!
はいよ、もう。昨日は遅くまでやってたんだから。もうちょっと。
Ooh, Rin has bad sleeping habits, eh? Interesting. It's kind of hot. I wish it'd let me sleep a bit more. In fact, it should. I stayed up into the early hours deciphering my father's will, and I used a hell of a lot of magical energy to do it. Really exhausted, body and mind.
もう融通の利かないやつ。
Ring, 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 ring. Banana phone. Doot, 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 doot. Ping pong, ping pong, ping pong, ping. Banana phone. The alarm clock is deaf to my complaints. Yeah, you think? What kind of machine makes a noise that seems like its sole purpose is to remind you that you're late? Well, I don't know. That's one way to look at it. That's kind of looking at it the wrong way, though. Alarms are more like a reminder of a promise. If you promise you're going to be to work at a certain time, then the alarm is your reminder, hey, it's that time. So, I don't know. That's a little unfair. And good lord, can we stop the alarm noise? Rin, please. Why are you like this? Why are you like this, Rin? Turn the alarm off.
遅刻は
What sort of ungodly alarm is going off this long anyway? Hey, I can't be late. True, but there's a time and place for everything. No matter how much of an overachiever I am, I should try to make it in school on time, at least for today. If only slightly. Oh, slacker! Slacker! You're getting detention, Rin.
そうそう。あらかじめ30
Alright,
分ず
I
らして
set my alarm
目覚ましを
30 minutes
セット
early,
したん
which
だ
means
か
I
ら
should still be able to
あと
sleep another
30 分
30.
は眠れるはず。
No, no, don't think like that. Do not think like that. Hmm? Doesn't that sound off?
30分ずら
And
し
it's
てた。
early. I peer at the alarm clock through sleep-heavy eyelids. The hands point to 7 o'clock on the dot. I usually get up at 6:30, which means I've completely used up my safety margin. Speaking of which, why is my brain so slow in the morning? Well, I mean, everyone's is, Rin, but you should probably leave some water by your bed. That generally tends to help. In the mornings, most of us are pretty dehydrated. Thank you, Rin. My ears and the ears of the other people watching this stream, thank you. Right? Alright. She climbs out of bed. The morning chill bites me as I cross the hallway and enter the parlor. This is the final 7 a.m. in January. Winters in Fuyuki are relatively warm, but the mornings here are as cold as anywhere. Even at home, my breath mists white. It's that much colder without anyone else living here. I turn on the heater and go wash up. Single living is so inconvenient at times like these. If there was someone else here to wake up before me, then the parlor would already be heated. I wash my face at the sink. I run a brush through my long hair and get dressed. A chilly morning in a frigid bathroom. The only thing to be said for it is that the cold water mercilessly beats the sleepiness from me. With a final tug on the ribbon at my collar, I finish getting dressed. All that's left is to have breakfast and go to school. The clock reads just past 7, so my morning rush feels a bit anticlimactic. Of course, I'd never do something as so uncouth as sprinting to school. The Tosaka family motto dictates that we conduct ourselves with confidence and elegance at all times. My ancestors must have been some high and mighty aristocrats if that's what we've taught through the generations. The anachronistic mansion I live in is proof enough of that. Plus, the Tosakas are a line of spellweavers who practice what is known as magecraft. We're not just an old family. We have an admirably storied history. In fact, I literally can't talk about it. The truth is, I'm a mage. Who could I even brag about that to? As the name suggests, magecraft is what most normal people would see as magic. It sounds like some supernatural woo-woo. And if you'd like to think of it as just wiggling your fingers and saying, abracadabra, that's fine too. Just think of us as people who chant weird words and make equally weird stuff happen. That said, we don't fly around on broomsticks. We don't shoot stars out of wands either. We can do things kind of like that. But there's no point, so we don't. We're pretty much heretics who lurk in the shadows of society. Heresy! Heresy! We're not allowed to draw attention to ourselves. And anyone who has time for that kind of thing would rather spend it on their research. Ordinary humans might call us magicians. That would be wrong. In fact, there are only 5 magicians in the whole world. Magicians are what we call people who can do something no one else can. They can accomplish feats beyond the means of modern science and perform genuine miracles. Similarly, magic is the label that we use for mystics. Magical mysteries. It can't be realized with any amount of time or skill. While magecraft, though it looks mysterious, is something anyone can do with enough time and resources. I'm a mage, and the kind of mystics I use are merely magecraft, not true magic. Confusing, I know. That's how it works. Also, modern civilization doesn't accept the existence of mages. We believe in, manipulate, and study things that can't be measured, which puts us at odds with modern society. Above all, there's no point to any of what we do. You'd be so much happier just going off to a normal school and becoming a normal adult than you would studying magecraft. Human technology has accomplished great things. For the last few centuries, magecraft has been playing catch-up to the progress of civilization. Nothing is impossible for humanity anymore. Miracles that could only be realized with magecraft in the distant past have been reduced to common tools and appliances. Even so, magecraft does have its benefits. Just as there are some things only science can accomplish, there are mind heights only mystics can reach. If science is racing into the future, then mages are racing into the past. I think the Tosaka Grandmaster said that. Whether you're heading into the past or the future, your destination is the same. 0. Or something like that. We can shelve the difficult topics for now. Philosophy is for the elderly. I finish my breakfast and pick up my bag.
そうだ、ペンダント持っていかないと。
Don't forget the pendant, Ren. I'm reluctant to take something so valuable to school, but it would be a waste to leave it behind.
何しろ100年ものの石だものね。うちにある宝石の中じゃダントツで最強だし。
The pendant! The pendant! There it is. One could even say it's on an entirely different level. I obtained the gem after decoding my father's will last night. It's imbued with 10 years worth of my own magical energy. I've been told that the Tosaka family has heirloom jewels passed down since the olden days, and this might be one of them. Tosaka mages specialize at the conversion and flow of power. We channel our magical energy into precious gems whenever we have a spare moment. Simply put, I'm the gun, and the jewels are bullets. The other main thing I've inherited from my father is the magic crest engraved in my left arm. The magic crest is proof that I'm the heir to our lineage. It's like all the techniques of the Tosaka condensed into a tattoo.
まだ始まったわけじゃないけど、用心に越したことはないか。
For now, I stow my pendant, my father's keepsake, in a pocket.
切り札だものね。これに秘められた魔力ならできないことはないぐらいなんだし。
It's 7:30. I'd better leave soon if I don't want to be late for school.
Reason for your fallen dry.
I weave energy into a brief foreign phrase. As a mage, I can't neglect the security of my home base. That still applies, even if I've never had so much as a single burglar, lost child, stray cat wander into my home. Actually, I don't think the neighbors have ever even come over to say hello.
別にいいけどね。野良猫でさえ入ってこないってどういうことよ。
I look up at the mansion that's been my home for over a decade. Fuyuki is a strange city. One side of the intersection dividing the residential area is filled with old samurai estates. The other side I'm on has an abundance of mansions built in European style. Apparently, a whole bunch of foreign families immigrated here long ago, but I've never seen a single foreigner around. There's even a cemetery for foreigners in Shinto, a new part of the city, across the river, but it was built for the generation that immigrated here.
日本の土が合わなかったのかな。
I make a mental note, just to ask the priest about it next time I visit the church. He's nothing if not full of boring trivia, for sure. Something feels off as soon as I step outside.
なんだろう、思ったより静かなんですけど。
There's no trace of the typical morning bustle. At 7:30 in the morning, there would normally be students and workers on their daily commute.
まあ、こういう日もあるか。
It's just one of those days! Limp Bizkit! Maybe everyone slept in. It's unusually cold today, so everyone must be snuggled up in bed. Even if that were true, it's strange that there isn't a single student on the street. This time of day, you'd expect to see at least a school uniform or two. And yet, from where I'm standing at the school gate, it looks like morning club activities are just starting up. Can only mean.
あれ、登坂？今朝は一段と早いのね。
やっぱりそうきたか。
With a light sigh, I turned to face the student who called out to me.
おはよう。今日も寒いね、こりゃ。
The girl who addresses me so casually is Ayako Mitsuzuri. She's my classmate in 2A, and she has quite a history.
おはよう、みつづりさん。つかぬことを聞くけど、今何時だかわかる？
何時って7時前じゃない。どこか寝ぼけてる？
She waves her hand in front of my face, as if to ask if anybody's home. Ayako is one of my few friends, and she knows I'm not a morning person. She's probably figured out by now that I'm still not completely with it.
うちの時計1時間早かったみたい。しかも軒並み。目覚まし時計はおろか、柱時計まできっかり早まってた。
What's going on here? Father must have set the clocks to go haywire once I took the pen out of the underground cellar.
どうぞか。
気にしないで。別に大したことじゃないから。それより、みつづりさんは今日も朝練？
ええ、弓道部は問題児も多いし、うまいのは一人減ったからね。4月の新入生獲得のために少しぐらいは見栄えを良くしとかないと。
そう。気苦労が絶えないのね、相変わらず。
他人事だからって言ってくれるわ。あ、ついでだから見ていく？登坂が見学する分には男どもも喜ぶけど。
弓道部か。
I'm acquainted with 3 of its members. One is Ayako, the girl I'm talking to now. I barely ever speak to the other 2. Of those latter 2, there's one that I actually can't explain away as simply an acquaintance. I became friends with Ayako, the club captain, because I'd been watching the club from afar.
そうね。様子を見るだけなら付き合うわ。早く来すぎたからやることもないし。
よし、じゃあ善は急げ。早速行こう。
One of our school's trademarks is its well-equipped archery range. The chair of the school board has a passion for Kyudo, traditional Japanese archery, so they built a magnificent range on campus. It's kind of a waste for a high school club, to be honest.
ほらほら、まだ開始まで時間があるし、中でお茶しようぜ、登坂。
Ayako tugs on my arm, looking somewhat pleased. If I'm being honest, her brusque way of speaking is bad habit. As Ayako said, there's no one else at the range. We sip Japanese tea, and that's so hot it numbs my tongue as we prepare ahead for today's classes. The hot drink is delicious in the quiet, wintry archery range.
さて、単刀直入に聞くけど、そっちの調子はどうなのよ、登坂。いい加減頼りになる相棒は見つかった？
And she uses the occasion to ask me something completely ridiculous.
ほんと、いきなり本題に入るのね、あなたは。その言いぶりだと、そっちはもう見つけたんだ。
ノーコメント。登坂が手を沸かすまではこっちも秘密さ。で、どうなの？その疲れた顔を見ると脈ありって感じだ。
What are you implying, Ayako?
こっちもノーコメント。あなたに隠 隠してもどうせ見抜かれるか。残念ながらこっちはまだよ。
Sadly, Rin! Girl!
綾子の方はお互いのんびりしてる余裕はないはずだけど。
そうなんだけど、私も雲行きは怪しいわ。とりあえず取り繕うことはできるけど、ことがことでしょ。この先の命運がかかってるんだから。
Hang in there, Ayako.
勝手に決めて私に負けるのも嫌。
もちろん私にとって重要なのはあんたを任すことだもの。何が手に入るとか何を手に入れるとかは二の次よ。
She chuckles confidently.
似た者同士ね、私たち。
ええ、初めて会った時に言ったでしょ。あんたとはそういう関係にあるんだって。
She did, didn't she? Kill or be killed. I'm sure that's how it'll be between the two of us. I was genuinely surprised to have someone say that right off the bat. Translation. Friendship won't bloom unless we're constantly trading blows. Is what Ayako was getting at. I agree with her. In the 2 years since then, I still haven't figured out whether she's my friend or my nemesis.
ところでさ、私たちなんでこんな話してるんだっけ？
なんでって言い出したのは遠坂でしょ。あんたがいつまでも彼氏がいないのは女としてどうよなんてこぼすもんだから。なら3年になる前に。
ああ、そうだった。売り言葉に買い言葉ってやつだった。で、
ええ、今時子供でも交わさない約束だけど、あんたと私に限って往生際が悪いってことはないでしょ。どんな結果になろうと負けた方はおとなしく勝者に従うことになる。それを思うと私は今から楽しみで楽しみで。
Ayako snickers in delight. My goodness. Ayako Mitsuzuri is, to put it mildly, a handful. I'll admit, I'm looking forward to winning myself, so that goes for both. For us both.
そう。けど三つ釣りさ、楽しむのは結構だけど、目的を違えないよう気をつけなさい。勝負の内容は
分かってるって。遠坂より早く遠坂が心底羨ましがるような関係にならないと完全勝利とは言えないからね。まあ私たちにとってはそれが一番厄介な問題なんだが、どんなにいい男だろうと好きになれなきゃ意味がない。
Ayako's sigh is heavy. From what I've heard, she's known as a bit of a misandrist. Oh. Girl! Can't put too much stock in gossip, though. That she made this bet at all means less that she doesn't like boys and more that she hasn't found the right person. That aside.
ちょっと、私たちって何よ、私たちって。断っておきますけど、私はそっちと違って冷血感じゃありません。男の子を好きになるなんて、問題でもない
Sure. I believe you.
ああ、それ嘘。もしくは気づいていないだけ。遠坂が男を気にかけるなんてことは絶対ないもの。
Well, let me tell you about this one guy.
今まで数えきれないぐらい告白されたくせに一つも色良い返事してないじゃない。少しでも興味があるなら付き合おうって思うでしょ。なのに断り続けるってことはあんたは男に興味がないってことよ。
発想が貧困ね。その場合すでに好きな相手がいるから断ってるって話もありじゃない？
うわ、すっごい美談。いいね、そういうの。ロマンだな。
Ayako's tone isn't mocking. She nods solemnly. Her sigh tells me that it would be nice if it were true. I don't believe myself. I really can't hide anything from her.
そうね。私もそう思う。
She's right. I know very well how cold I am.
認めるわ。私、こと恋愛に関しては素人みたい。
そういうこと。似た者同士だって言ったのも遠坂でしょ。で、この時期7時か。秘密の話はこの辺にしとこう。いつ人がやってくるかわからないし、朝になったら学生らしく振る舞わないとな。
まあ、三辻さんにもそういう世間体があったなんて意外だわ。ええ、これだ。
あんたほど筋金入ってないけどね。私の世間体なんて遠坂凛に比べたら灯籠の斧ってもんよ。あんたの猫っかぶりは擬態っていうより別人格のレベルよ。別人格。
Ayako sniffs exaggeratedly. I empty the rest of the teacup she poured me and brew a new pot. Alright. I think this is a good... Yeah, we're gonna save here. And we're gonna call it. We're gonna wrap this one up here. Thanks everyone for tuning in. This has been almost an hour of Fate Stay Night. In before copyright strikes. And yeah, thanks everyone for tuning in during the lives. Lurk, or you know, members of the chat, whatever. You're all cool. You know, vote, like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Join the SquidCoyote if you are so inclined. Other than that, thank you for the people who check out the VODs later. And other than that, check out Shinichi Animations. And I'll see you all out there, and take her easy. Whatever you do.